Every night on this beautiful Thursday night, the weather's starting to change and people are starting to get outside, and now we can start making that um, making that money and getting the money coming in, and from us being able to do our thing. And I don't know why I never did fix it, and so we'll have to figure out how to make this come across here. But hit the like, smash button. I would appreciate it. That helps me out. Um, and that is awesome. I'm going to see if I can fix this here real quick. Um, I don't know if I can or not, but let's get started here. And so tonight, what got me kind of going on this is a couple different things. Um, One was a conversation we had earlier today. I don't know why this ain't working. This is being stupid, but I ain't going to have to worry about it. You're not going to be able to see what people write. So if you're on Facebook, you can't see it anyway. So I guess on YouTube, you're not going to be able to see it either. So what to do? And so Tyler put, so I had a conversation with a couple people this week um, that I have had seen some success stories, and then on the other hand, it was somebody that has been struggling and just started the business. And so I started going down my questions. Have you done this? Have you done that? And and that's what I want to go over. I want to hit on. I know I put $10,000 in a month, or basically that's $500 a day. If you work 20 days, 5 days a week, $500 a day is $10,000 a month. But I want to give you a little success story that started as of August of last year. August of last year, I have somebody in our membership that he bought the annual membership. He started to come to the membership. He had a job that he was making $60,000 a year or so, $60,000 a year, and he started in the membership. And so he was wanting to start a business. He was working with his dad, and he was doing all right, but he wanted to do something on his own. And so last year he started, like I say, in August. He bought my year membership. He comes to almost every meeting, and I got to meet him in person when I went to ResponsiCon. He flew down to ResponsiCon. He went and he started doing the things that he needed to do to learn what he needed to do in the ResponsiCon. He started recording videos at ResponsiCon. He was taking action. And he had done some last year, but not a whole lot. And so he come from ResponsiCon. He's not from the States. He's from Canada, and he is, so where he is at for ResponsiBid, he had to do a lot of work for it. He had to do, most people it's hard enough for most people to set it up in English. He had to set it up in, French and English. So it was double wacko hard. And so the reason why I'm hitting on this is because, and then he came to a class. He flew down, he drove across the board, and I don't know if he drove all the way here. And he did a class down here in Raleigh, North Carolina, when we had the advanced Christmas light class and landscape lighting class. And he had a big win this month. And so these are some things that I'm talking about. And yes, Jeremy hit it. Manny, I wish it would come up here, but it's not going to, because I guess it's going to be stupid on me. But Manny had hit a $20,000 April. And so when we were at, and again, this is somebody that's way up north. He's pretty far up north, that he's barely getting started now because of the weather, but he was able to do a $20,000 April. And he sent me a picture of it. So it's not just me saying it for me to say it. this is a picture that he sent me a screenshot of it, and he's very excited about it, and I'm very excited about it. And there's a couple things I want to hit on this here. So first off, you can see here total booked is $20,948. Amazing average ticket of $962, and he did not have this year, last year. And he had a close rate of only 30%. So when people tell me that, oh, it's too high, I can't close enough. Well, if you can close 30% and get 22 jobs and make $100, then that's where I want you to be at, because that means you make half the money, or I'm sorry, you do half the work and make more money. And so I'm trying to get you to just $500 a day, and I'm showing you what can be done if you do work. And you can say, well, it must be some young whippersnapper that he knows how to do all this stuff, and he's been around, he can figure all this stuff out. Manny's 48 years old. He's an old fart. And yes, I mess around with him, and I aggravate him and he aggravates me. And, these are some things that we do, and he does it. He does the hard things and he makes it happen. And when he does the hard things and make it happen, he does a $20,000 month in just April. Now, his goal this year was a little low in the beginning, but he got around some other people and influencers like Jeremy Main, which was, I can't show you, I can put it up there. I don't know what happened to my thing that it won't go there. That Jeremy Main put in there, and he said that he got around Jeremy Main, and he got drinking a little bit. Them Canadians get drinking a little bit. And so now he's got to hit 300,000 this year. His original goal, I think, was 150 or 200, and they got him talking that he's got to do 300 this year. And if he keeps on this of a 20,000 month just in April, he should be able to hit a $20,000 or a $300,000 year. And he never would have thought this. Again, this was him working with his dad. He was making, like I said, I think he said $60,000, $70,000 a year. And so this is what is awesome. And so that's awesome too. Close the $700 job. That is awesome. High five. We can put some high fiving on there. I don't know which one I got on here. High five. This one here, clapping. High five on that. But I want to get on here to talk about, how do we get to these big numbers? How do we get to the 20,000? How do we get to $500? How do we get to $10,000 months? How do we get to $20,000 months? Well, I'm going to tell you something. You buy my course and that's all you got to do it. No, that is not how you get to $20,000. That is not what you got to do. And it will help you, and I will guide you through a lot of stuff, but there's no course out there that's going to just be magic, and it's just going to poof you, and it's just going to make you what you need to be. That's not the case. And if anybody ever tells you that, or you ever hear that, run, because there's no course out there that is going to be able to make you 20,000, 15,000, whatever. And so how do you got to do it? Now, I will say that there's a course, my course, other courses that can help guide you. But you have to do the work. If you think that just because you buy, here's a lot of people's problem. They buy a pressure washer and they think that it's just going to magically rain business. It's just going to magically rain business. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not going to rain business. You got to do all the little things. If you see my Facebook, you've seen that I actually went out and helped on water rescue today. There was a log in the dam and we had to cut it out to get the dam shut. And so one of the guys that went with me has been a business owner for 40 years, and he owns a car wash business, and it does $1.2 million a year as a car wash business. And I love what he said, because he's owned like 4 or 5 different businesses in those 40 years. And so he's like, it all comes down to customer service. it all comes down to customer service. And I think a lot of people struggle with understanding that we are a customer service business that just so happens to do pressure washing. And if we can get a mindset like that, then that will help you bigger than anything. That will get you further in business than anything else. When you have an issue, you take care of the issue. You call them, you answer your phone. I love people that don't answer their phone when you first have a problem, and then you do have a problem, then they're not going to answer the phone. So for instance, DJ had a Christmas light bid that just went out this week. The one guy was $600, DJ was $900. You know why they called DJ back? Because the 600 guy never answered his phone. Now, the most important day of your life, are you going to worry about somebody that may not answer their phone because they are too busy to answer the phone? No, you're not. You're going to go with the person that's going to answer the phone every time, because that's the most important day of their life for the wedding. And so these are some things that you have to think about when we are doing this, because if we don't think about customer service and taking care of the customer, then it doesn't matter. You won't make $500 a day. And so what are some other small things that we can do to get to the $500 a day? Well, one is to make sure you have your Google profile, Google business profile set up, and you are begging, borrowing, you are doing everything to make sure that you're getting that 5-star review. And this just isn't at the end of the job asking, hey buddy, will you give me a 5-star review? No, we're asking for this from the beginning of the first phone call. We're asking there. We're asking when we get to the job. We're asking midway through the job. We're asking at the end of the job. We're sending 2 texts and an email, and we are asking, beg, borrow, whatever we have to do to get that 5-star review. We're putting pictures in there. We're making sure that we're uploading pictures. We're doing our Google business posts. We have it optimized out 100%. These are the things that we are doing so that way we can be successful. And this is some things that are going to get the phone to ring. I talk about getting the phone to ring, and that is the most important thing. How do we get the phone to ring? Well, there's 2 ways to get the phone to ring. One way to get the phone to ring is not just to sit there on your tail and think, I wonder if this phone's going to ring today, because it's not going to ring. I'm just going to tell you, if you do nothing, nothing's going to happen. You got to get up. You got to make things happen. And so this is what happens. The guy not answering the phone happened to me this week, and we just closed a $300 window cleaning for their house tomorrow. And this is so important. And so this is one thing that's important. Now, like I say, there's many ways to skin a cat. I'm not going to say that this is the only way you can skin a cat. There's many ways to get business. You either open your wallet or you do the hard work. And so these are some things you can do. And then once you can do Facebook, you can do Google Local, you can do whatever. But I'll tell you some things. If you do nothing, nothing is going to happen. You can do Google Ads. Google Ads is right now. Google Ads is something that's going to make your phone ring. That's going to get your phone ringing so you can have business and keep going. Otherwise, you just aren't going to get nothing. And so Jonathan Hank here he actually sent me a message this week. He had this big house wash to do, and it was a 5,000 square foot house, and he was asking me how to bid it. It was a bunch of decks and stuff and a little bit of concrete. And he did packages. They went with the bottom package. That was a $2,600 package. So that's why we do packages, guys. And we didn't get the window cleaning, or you didn't get the window cleaning, but it was a $2,600 package for that number base package. If they went with everything, it was like $3,100 or $3,200. So these are some things that we can do by doing packages, by doing the things that we need to do. So that's the number 2 thing is we got to get our pricing raised. To do $500 a day isn't that hard, guys. That's literally one job one job, by doing packages. And if you're doing packages right, you can get $500 per job, no problem. If you're in the $300-400 range, you need to do one of two things. You either need to do packages, or you need to just flat out raise your prices because you're too cheap. And this is where I see a lot of people struggle, is where you're too cheap. And this is one thing that if you're just too cheap, you are going to go out of business. That's just period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's one of those things that if you're just too cheap, you will not be able to keep up with it. You will not be able to keep moving forward. And here's the thing: I see so many rigs for sale, and man, these are some nice rigs. They're $20,000 rigs, and they'll say they're going out of business because they're going to do a business change. And what that tells me is they wasn't making no money, and so they can't get no money. And so what that tells me is you need to raise your prices. Is 12 cents per square foot a good price for concrete? No, it is not. You need to go up. You know, I wouldn't be at 12 cents at all. You can be at 20, 30 cents a square foot all day long. And this is where you can be at. So that way you can keep growing your business. Jason Huffner put on here, cheap rigs for sale here in Florida. They're all over the place. Just not in Florida. I've seen a bunch of them. And so, you know, and then you might see people say, well, Jason, you can't get that here in my area. There's no way you can get that here in my area. You can't get that in my area, Jason. Jason, you just don't understand how you cannot get that in my area, because in my area, you just can't get that because, you know, it's down here in Florida, or we're in whatever town, podunk town that you're in, and you just can't get that here in Florida or wherever, Jason. Jason, you're just trying to blow smoke up our tail to do this. And Jason, you just can't do that here in Florida. You don't understand, Jason. Jason, we're in St. Louis. You think Florida's bad. You ought to see St. Louis. St. Louis ain't got nothing on Florida because Florida's even worse. This is a conversation I had heard with somebody when I was at the Huge. A literally conversation that you don't even understand, Jason, because here in Florida, it's even worse, or it's even worse here in St. Louis. And so I just want to show you that it can be done, guys. It literally can be done. And it's not rocket science. It's not nothing special. It's not something that you have to be a business major and know everything about business and all of that. So one of these guys, I'm going to show you a picture here, was one of those guys that was saying, Jason, you can't make money here in Florida. There's only $99 guys down here in Florida. We need to know where our man Bobby Walker is these days. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I do know where he's at. He's in Florida. You know, you got to look at this. This was a guy that took my mentor. He's in my mentorship, and he messaged me. I wish I need to go back and get the voice message of, Jason, you just can't make no money down here because there's just $99 guys. Well, here's a house that he did in one day, 5 hours, $2,300 and $40 in 5 hours. 5 hours. You know, it can be done. And how do you do it? You take the time, you do the work, and you make things happen. You know, he's on the phone working. He's flipping rock. He's out one Saturday putting out signs at 3:30 in the morning, putting out signs, and so they're up for the weekend and up for the day. And you know, he's another one that just hit me that said, I'm going to do $100,000 just over the summer. You know, and so these are some things that you can do so that way you can grow your business. This is how you get your business to where you want to be at. This is what you need to do. You know, I can sit here and talk all I want, but if you don't do the work, it does you no good. You have to keep flipping rocks. When it's hard and you don't want to go, and it's hot in Florida, and I guarantee it's hot in Florida. It's hot. I would love to have some of that heat up here right now. And I know it's hot. It looks hot in that picture right there. This was this past week. And, it is one of those things that, I want to hit on that question too. All right. There too. But, it is hot. But you know what? When you're tired, you still do the 5 rounds. You do 10 rounds. He got done in 5 hours. He can go do 10 rounds. But Tool put, I quoted 275 feet of fence, 1,500 square feet, 800-foot driveway, 350. And they said, you're too expensive. Oh, too expensive? Then you're not looking for your right customers. You're not in the right location trying to find the right customers. You haven't figured out who your right customer base is. And not only that, I just showed you from Manny, his close rate's only 30%. So that means out of every 10 quotes, he's only getting 3 bids. That's all he's getting is 3 quotes. So out of 10 quotes, you're only getting 3 bids. Look at this again. I want to show it to you. A close rate right here, close percentage, 30%. 30%. So that tells me that I'm not getting every bid. I don't want every bid. I got to find the bids that I want. And the ones I want and the ones I get are going to be at the higher rate. And why is that? Because that is how we're going to grow our business. That is how we're going to get our business to the next level. Because when I'm getting a $900 job, I can spend $200-300 on I can spend $100 on finding a customer. If I'm at a $350 job, I can spend $30 to get a customer. Most clicks on Google takes anywhere from $15 to $20 per click, and it takes 3 clicks to get a lead. Takes 6 if at that point it takes 6 to get a 50% close rate just to get a job. So if you look at that, these are some things that we have to do. Here's another one. Actually, Jason just sent this to me. I don't know if I can copy this or not. Copy image. Look here. I want to show you somebody else who I'm talking about. Well, it might not show. It might not let me do it. Here, I'll do it this way. Here's another one. The close rate. We don't have a high close rate. Why do we not have a high close rate? Look right here. 36% is all the close rate that we're talking about. This is from January 1st. 36%, $65,000. This is what I'm talking about. You're not going to get a 100% close rate. It's about a low close rate with a high ticket, with finding the right customers. Now, I understand it can be really hard. It can be hard to get customers. It's hard to get this phone to ring. It's not easy to get this phone to ring. But if we can get it to ring and we quote them the right prices, those are the ones we want to be with. Those are the ones that you can grow your business and get it to the next level. Now Jason sent me all kinds of stuff on here. A $12,000 bid. Do you think that $12,000 bid, do you think that was way higher than what he thought he could get out of it? Yes, but he did it and he came out and he got it. And those are some things that you can do. My wife wishes the phone will stop ringing. No, I'm going to get on her on this weekend, and I will tell Sammy, you got to keep that phone ringing, and no matter what, Hank. So either that or you're going to have to start answering that phone or having a phone service. Oh, man. But, it is awesome, and you guys can make this happen. You can crush it. You can do this. I know sometimes it's hard, and it's not easy to get that phone ringing sometimes, especially if we don't like doing hard things and doing things that we don't want to do, like go on Facebook and go knock on doors, go hand out cards. These are all the things we got to do. Go get on LinkedIn, start liking people on LinkedIn, start connecting with people on LinkedIn, finding out how you can do it, finding property managers, doing all those things. These are all the things you need to do. Angie Lee called to get my business. Here's the thing I want to tell you about Angie's List. That's what I want you to do, trying to find customers. Bug the living crap out of those customers. They wouldn't bug you if they knew that the close. They have a percentage that they know on there that, hey, if I'm this here, I'm 15, so I'm going to hit on that. I'll hit on that, True. Because that's awesome. I love the hustle. Where are you located at? Before I get to that one, where was I at here? I'm going down this rabbit trail here. Oh, Angie's List. When Angie's List calls you and bugs the living crap out of you, and they know that if they bug the living crap out of enough people, they're going to get enough people to say yes. And they're going to get their $300, and they're going to get their $25 a lead, $50 a lead commercial. But all they got to do is just keep calling and calling and calling and calling. And they know that if they call enough, they will get the yeses to come. But if they don't get the yeses, if they didn't call, they wouldn't get the yeses. So guess what? They're going to call and they're going to call and they're going to call. Wife just deposited $6,000 check following the process. I'm 15. When people see me in person, they don't trust that I can do the job, even though I've done and have good references and tips. So what I would tell you is I would do a couple things. One, don't go in person then. Two, do Facebook. Show them that you can do the jobs. Show them every job you can do. Go to that job. When you get there, hey, I'm Tool. I'm getting ready to do this fake job here. We're going to clean the house. We're going to clean the driveway. We're going to clean everything. We're going to make it look brand new. Then you do the job and you come back on. You got a little bit left. Look how much this house has come clean. Look at this. It looks amazing. Do you need your house washed? I'm only 15. They say people don't want to work. I'm here willing to work. And if you're willing to pay me, I will come clean your house and make it look new again. And just be positive and be confident and just do what you do. It don't matter if you're 15 or 40, because I can show you 40-year-olds that struggle with the same thing of being confident in their work, knowing what they need to do, but then they're too scared to do it because, I don't know I can't do that, Jason. I can't do that, but you can. That's what so every Monday night on Marketing Monday, I had Savannah on last week. They go Facebook Live and Facebook and post on Facebook. They try to do it every hour on their business page, Monday through Friday, like from 8 to 9, like 9 to 9. They'll do 10, 12 posts a day. Why? Because it brings them a boatload of business and it's making them a ton of money. Now, again, you either got time or you got money. If you don't have time, you need to be posting 10 times on a day on your Facebook post. And not just before and afters. Post everything. Ask questions. Do different things. Because we're trying to build that rapport with people. And that's what I would do. Just because you're 15 doesn't mean that you can't charge higher prices. It just means you got to sell better. It just means that you got to prove yourself before you have to have it sold before you ever even talk to them. They're going to want to use you because you're a young man that is willing to go out there and do hard things and make things happen. And that's what I want. And when old people say they ain't worth a crap, you can be like, I work my butt off. I'll do anything I need to do to make this happen. I'll make anything I need to do to make you happy. And that's my goal. My goal is to make you so happy and make this house look so good. It's going to be a beautiful thing and amazing. We need ResponsiBid. Yes. It helps with packages because you just seen how that package works. Anyone looking to buy a pressure washing business in Cincinnati? Michigan. What part of Michigan? It's getting to the point now. I'm going to have to hire someone like Jill's office. We're booked out all next month. It's amazing. I've doubled my prices and I still get them. Keep raising them, dude. keep raising your prices and you will still get them. If you're booked that far out, you either got to get another rig on the road or you got to just keep raising your prices and don't stop marketing. Just because you're booked out that far doesn't, you're still will hit July and August and it will slow down. But if you keep raising your prices, you'll make enough that you don't have to worry about working in July and August because you will be making enough money to keep it moving. So just keep raising your prices and keep pushing. If you're booked out, I always say if you're booked out 2 weeks or more, you'd start raising them even harder. And you might think, and when I mean raising, I mean raising. You should be 30, 40 cents a square foot for a house wash. And you might think, what? There's no way I could charge that much. Oh, yes, you can too. Yes, you can. If you're less than that, you're leaving way too much money on the table. Well, Jason, I just want to be fair and I don't want to screw nobody. You're not. Know what you're worth. Know what you're worth. You are worth a lot of money. You can be worth. You are worth it. You are worth it. You know what? You do the things you say you're going to do. You answer your phone. You call people back. You give them a quote. You show up on time. You don't look like a piece of crap when you show up. You have a nice uniform on. You have nice equipment. You look amazing. You talk to the customer. You get that 5-star review and they love you. And that's how we just keep growing our business and getting to where we need to be at in our business and getting to the next level. I don't know what I did. I did something the other day and I screwed it all up. Everyone isn't your customer. Keep pushing. Yes. Richard 8. Let me see something here because I screwed something up over here too. I've been screwing up all kinds of stuff here today. But that's all right because you know what? I make mistakes and that's the beautiful thing. Michael Loeb, people know your why. That is definitely something. High number of residential jobs will cross over to commercial at one point. What was your best approach to clean decks? I just did a house wash mix. I spray a house wash mix on it, use my white tip or my high pressure 25 degree, keep it off about 6 inches, start on one side, go all the way to the other and turn back around, come back and just do board by board all the way down one long time. On Saturday, I have a $780 roof clean. Awesome. Is $1,300 a good price for a $3,300 roof wash? Sounds good. See if they'll add the house wash on for another $500 and see if they'll add the concrete driveway on for another. And package C will be the driveway for another $500. Now we're up to $2,500 ticket. That's how we get high dollar tickets, guys. Good morning, mate. Mr. Nathan. You guys are in the morning time over there and we're at bedtime. So do I quote from online and ask them to take pictures and send it? No, you're smart enough. Get on Google, on the old Google, look it up on Zillow, see how many square foot it is, times that square foot by 20 to 30 cents per square foot, and that's what your price is. How's it going, Tech? Jason, in your opinion, what are the biggest challenges the pressure washing industry has seen in the last few years? What has been the biggest challenges pressure washing industry that people get in Facebook groups and they sit there and piss and moan and whine and carry on and blame every other reason why they can't grow their business? That would be probably my biggest thing. Is there competition? Yep, there's competition. Has there always been competition? Yep, there's always been competition. It ain't nothing new. It's just how it's been handled. Have they always been people complaining about the $99 guys? Yep, they've always been complaining about the $99 guys. The $99 guys have been there since I started over 10 years ago till even now. It's just what it is. Doing Facebook Lives is easier after the second time. Someone just asked about responsibility. Yes, you don't know how powerful it is, even in French. So Manny is the whole story I started on, did $20,000, because he does packages. Packages is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Jason, do you think that 45 units I priced 9.5 too high or too low? I don't know. It depends on how big the unit sounds. Kind of low to me, but I don't know how big the units are. Yes, Jason isn't lying. I wouldn't lie. I'm 30 cents all day long. Crush it with great gear. Does SH destroy stain on decks? It can. If you use if you have a roof mix, it can screw them up pretty bad. That's why you want to keep them wet, and especially if you're on the back of a house, because it can mess it up. How do you calculate the mixture when bleach formula? I was actually going to do a video on this. I'm going to do a whiteboard video on this. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do one on it. You just do it. So the how it's calculated is 6% or 10% is pool shock. 10 to 12% is pool shock. House bleach is around 6%. And so what that means again is if just keep it easy, 10% sodium hypochlorite and 90% water. So a gallon of bleach has 10% of sodium hypochlorite and 90 parts of bleach. So if you look at it and did 10 parts of sodium hypochlorite and 10 parts of that. So when we have a downstream injector that does 10 to 1, so every 10 gallons of water that goes through that injector, it's going to put out 1 gallon of bleach. So if we put 1 gallon of bleach into those 10 and we're at 10% right now, 10% in a gallon jug, when it goes down and we dilute it down to 10 more times, that's where we get 1% that goes through it, or 1.25 if we are doing 12%. That's just the really fast way. 5.5 reviews for our first week and working on 4 more. That's amazing, guys. Hank, you guys are going to kill it. You're going to do $200,000 your first year. And Sammy's coming to do marketing. She's going to come do the marketing class on Saturday. So she's going to come back and get you some more business. Keep that phone even ringing in more. Jason, meant to ask you this the other day. Do you have a separate account for Christmas lights and pressure washing, Instagram, Facebook? I did, yes. I had their own business page. And some of that goes for SEO. So that way, if you have a pressure washing business page and a pressure washing website, and link those two together, and then Christmas light pressure or Christmas light Facebook and a Christmas light website, and link those two together. Yes. I just did a roof drop 3 days ago. 2,200 square feet, charged $2,200. Do you tell customers how much you charge for square feet? No, I do not. First year in business and my rig is already paid for. I'm happy. Well, that's awesome. I ordered signs and found out city does not allow them and will give fines for putting them out. Well, try to find, you can still usually put them in people's yards, and that's fine. Or find the neighboring cities that you can put in and not get fined. 88% of everyone in Facebook groups are the cheap guys crying and acting like they make money and know it. It's okay to have a $99 guy, because at the end of the day, the customers appreciate it. Here's the thing, guys, and I want to hit on this point. So the Walmarts have a business because they go for the $99 guys. There's a lot of people that won't shop at Walmart, even if they are the cheapest priced by hundreds of dollars. They still won't shop there because they want to go to Whole Foods, because that's better, and that's, because it's more expensive, so that's got to be better. And so this is why you can have either Whole Foods customers or Walmart customers. Walmart's all about, quantity, where Whole Foods is more about quality. So those are some things to think about when we're doing that. What up? Nathan, what's your opinion on Google Guarantee? I've had some people use it, and I've had some people have some good stuff, and not too many. I'm kind of about 50-50 on it, to be honest. I would do it, but don't look to get a whole lot from it. Um, awesome Northeast. I took a loan and maxed a credit card out 4 months. Was out of the red. Surprised the heck out of me. I almost missed it cleaning the nasty gas station, listening on AirPods. Little pressure washing. Shark. Some cities will charge fee for permit to put out signs. Have a great day, mate. Thank you. I joined your course membership last week to apply pressure. Make sure if you're in my membership and you're not doing the Monday night marketing meetings, you're missing out on a lot of information. We do them every Monday night on 9 o'clock Eastern time, and it is been awesome. See people's businesses grow. Jason, mate, my business Facebook page is Hilly's House and Solar Washing. Please check out if you think I'm on track. I say you have Walmart people and you got Target people who will spend less shop. Walmart, those who spend more shop at Target. Found out in 2 to 3x more expensive than some of my competitors, including Window Genie in Lexington, like 4 times them. Yeah, Window Genie is very cheap. That ain't nothing to brag about, but that ain't even competition at the end of the day. Try to serve every income level customer. It's a long-term investment in community leadership roles. That's the goal. Monday night marketing is awesome. I get more questions answered just by other people having the same questions. Is print marketing usually a main source of getting leads? No. I only know a few people that do well with that. DJ's new signs are massive. I know he got a whole box full of them. Jason, Sunday discussion, safety. I tried to go on last week, but I got caught this week in a little California different time. I'm going to hit on that. Safety. I'm going to hit on it tonight. Guys, and I might hit on it Monday too, or Sunday too, but we are dealing with chemicals, and it can be very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And you might think that, oh, it's just bleach or it's just pool shock. Well, pool shock will give you 3rd-degree chemical burns. That's why I tell you don't use a pump up sprayer that goes on your back, because it will leak down your butt and give you 3rd-degree chemical burns going down your butt. This stuff can be dangerous, and this isn't something to take lightly. We're dealing with chemicals that don't play well together. Like, we're dealing with chemicals that will just flat out blow up if you put 2 of them together. You put bleach and an acid together, you got a bomb. We got chemicals that when you mix the 2 together that don't play well with others, that will give a gas off that will kill you. And so these are some things that we have to remember, that chemicals are dangerous. So F-Bomb here, he sent me a message this week, and I'm going to show you this picture here. I'm going to show you this picture here, and I don't know if I want to show you this picture here of what can happen. And this is what can happen when stuff gets heated up. And this is, well, I want you to see if you can tell me what this was. Can you tell me what this was? Put in the comments if you can tell me what this was before it blew up. So he put some acids in a pump up sprayer, and it got hot, And yes, chemicals will get hot on their own. You can pour a pound of sodium hydroxide in a 5-gallon bucket, and it will get so hot that it will literally melt the bucket. And so this was not hydroxide. This was, I believe it was an acid that was put in there. I think it was F9 or something. And it literally blew up. You can see that it was a pump-up sprayer. It's got a little HD right there on the side of it. If I scroll in bigger, you can see that it's got a little, the pump there. And so this is why I'm telling you that this can be dangerous. This literally can blow your freaking head off. It can kill you. It can literally blow your head off. Let me see what he put here. Had quite a rough Monday today. I was doing a house wash and rust removal on a large apartment complex. I had aluminum brightener and a pump-up sprayer and was carrying it around the building. Long story short, the pump-up sprayer exploded. It felt like a stepped-on grenade went off in my hand. Broke thumb, 12 stitches in my thumb, shattered my big toe, broke third toe, and split open foot. It did all this damage through my Huck boots without cutting them open. Solely impact from explosion. That is what I'm talking about, guys. This is no game. This is no, you might think, oh, well, it's just an acid. I don't need to put safety glasses on. I don't need to put safety gloves on. I don't need to put a respirator on. It blew up. It literally blew up. Kaboom. And, I'm not saying this, and I'm not the guy that happened to it. That sucks. I mean, I've seen other pictures of this stuff. It can be bad. I've seen 3rd-degree burns that were pretty freaking nasty. I show a picture in my training course in the in-person that a lot of people can't even look at it because it's so disgusting what happens. There was a kid at the pool. He was a lifeguard at a pool, poured Coke into sodium it was the powder stuff, poured Coke in there, and it went right up on his face and in his eyes and messed him all up. And so these are some things that we have to think about. What caused it to react and explode? Basically, the acid built heat, and it was hot out, and it built more heat, and it exploded. And yes, there should be pressure relief valves on these pump-up sprayers. But if they've been manipulated or something, maybe it was the real cheap one and it didn't have a pressure valve on it. And that's what caused it to explode. Let me guess, at the pavilion. No, this wasn't at the pavilion in Georgetown I was talking about. This was a different one. Aluminum brightener turns into a gas under heat and on pressure. And so, it like F-Bomb said, it turns into a gas. And what happens is when it gets hotter and it's not releasing itself, because once it's a gas and it can't get out, it will get out. I actually, when I first started, there was a guy that's still in business out of Nashville, and his employee, there was 1 drop of bleach in there. He poured acid, turned it on there, and it did the exact same thing as this here. The only difference was he had set it down and walked away, and it blew up at that point. And they didn't get him here. And so these are some things that we really need to pay attention to. We are dealing with chemicals that will blow your freaking head off. Some of these chemicals that we're using are used to get rid of human bodies. Aluminum brightener, aka bad mamma jamma stuff. It will literally eat your hands. It will literally eat your bones. It can be very, very bad. So be careful. This is why we charge what we charge. How much are you worth? A lot. That's why I don't push a lot of, what I carry on my truck is bleach. Bleach is bad too. Bleach can hurt you. Just be careful. Don't do stupid stuff because you never know, it might blow up on you. Like I say, sodium hydroxide, you put it in a 5-gallon bucket, put 1 pound in a 5-gallon bucket. The bucket will get so hot, I've had a bucket melt out. A 5-gallon bucket just melt out. It got that hot. Imagine me putting that in a pump-up sprayer without a valve, and if it's hot enough to melt that and it's making those gases, it's going to build pressure and it will blow up. I think Safety Sunday is a great idea. We need to hear this stuff. I'm going to hit, I might do it again Sunday too. This thing right here, what is this? Is this just a pressure washing gun? Or do we need to treat it like a gun, like a pistol? This thing here can hurt. This thing here has hurt more people than anybody I know and than any other thing. This right here has, whether you've shot somebody with it, the nozzle set comes flying out. You pull the trigger right here. I had a guy pull the trigger and it went right past his nose. Luckily it didn't get him. I had Beth, she's in Ukraine right now. She pulled it, went right in her hand right there, and had to go get, was like really close from having to have surgery. So just be careful. It's not worth dying over. Ladder safety. It's not worth falling off a ladder. It's not worth falling off of a roof. It will kill you. So just be careful out there. Take a second and think and make sure what you're doing is what you need to be doing. Another big thing, Jason, is make sure they never get hit with water, high pressure flow, because it can get in your blood and kill you. Yeah. If this here all it's got to do is break your skin and get into your bloodstream and go to your heart and you're dead. And you might say, well, Jason, it takes a lot of force to get through your skin. It takes 100 PSI to get into your skin and into your bloodstream. So no, it does not take a whole lot to do it. It does not take a whole lot. Just be careful. It's bad. I had a hose blow in my hand last week. That's why we wear gloves. And if you do have a hose blow, set it down, walk away from it. If you're on a ball valve, open that ball valve all the way open. If you have a pressure washing gun and it's in your hand and it's going off, you can open that gun all the way and go turn off the machine, so that way it's not going to hurt anybody. Don't try to grab a hose that has blown where that hose is blown. It will shoot right in your hand and you have big problems. It'll shoot right into your eyes. You have big problems. So just be careful out there. It is, I want you to make good money, and, you can make good money, but I also don't want you to be hurt and I don't want you to die. Those are some things that I don't want you to do, because that is not going to help anybody out. Dangerous even at low pressure. Yes, it is. And you might think, well, what about, I've seen the 12 volt, somebody get drenched in sodium hypochlorite, 5-6%. And it just starts burning, man. And you got to get that off of you. When I mean get that stuff off of you, I mean get it off fast. I don't care if you got to get naked in the middle of the road. You do it. Or you drench yourself down with water to dilute that stuff down as much as you can. Get that stuff off of you. If your boot gets full, fill it full of water to get that stuff off of you. It can be dangerous. So I know this is just something that we take for granted a lot of times, but I'm being serious, man. It can be dangerous. This is one of the things in my in-person training that I take about an hour and talk about. Why? Because it's dangerous. I want you to be scared of that pressure washer. A lot of times we get to where we're not scared of it, and we just lollygog and not paying attention, and that's when you're going to get hurt. And that is what I don't want you. This dude was just carrying around a pump-up sprayer in his hand, and it literally blew up in his hand. Broke his thumb, broke his toes, everything. So just be careful out there. It's not worth dying over. That is the biggest thing. It's not worth dying over. Oh, I know why. I think that's over. So if you want to go to kingofpressurewash.com, I do have a Christmas light training coming up. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I have a Mother's Day special up till Mother's Day. You can put if you go to King of Pressure Washing for my in-person or online training, you can put Mother's Day in there, all caps, and you will get a discount there. Hey, I'm looking to set up 2 5s to build a house wash and surface cleaner truck. What should I be looking at? 2 5s. I don't know what you're talking about, Willis. Really broke bones. Yeah, it blew up in his hand. Long story short, he broke his thumb, 12 stitches in the thumb, shattered big toe, broke third toe, and split open foot. It all happened. All this damage during through my Huck boots without cutting them open, solely impact from explosion. It was bad. I've only had aluminum brightener in this container. He didn't even have nothing in there. Broke bones in his foot from impact. Yes. Yes, it did. So just be careful. And I know F-Bomb had said something on there. I may even do something on Sunday. I'll bring some pictures and some show you the data how bad this can be if I don't forget. If I'm not too tired. I actually have a class tomorrow morning. I think we're going to be at 10 here in Northern Kentucky. I do have, if you still looking to show up, you can. I have 10 where I think we'll be at 10, and we will be there tomorrow about pressure washing. And then on Saturday, we're going to be talking all about marketing. Marketing is the best. Open your business and marketing, because that's what grows your business. So I hope you all have a great night, and we'll see.